that we're in our version of this industrial evolution. I used to say that a lot of the oil money that's made came out of the depression in the 20s and 1920s, 1930s. Could this be just our version or my version of this next step? Because we're moving into this no emission world. We're moving into electric cars, electrification of fossil fuel use and things like that. Do you think that is?
Yes, I think really. I'm 65 years old. I'm older than you, and
Only slightly.
And I look at 20 years ago, who would have thought that we'd have Ubers and Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that we were having all this new technology? I mean, you've got iPhones. You're reliant on your iPhone. Who would have thought about that? I think in the mining industry, the same thing is happening. We're going into commodities that none of us have never known anything about. If you ask me about vanadium, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have a clue what it is. If you ask me about lithium, but we're all learning palladium. We're seeing all of these, the rare earths. You look at the Linus operation in Kalgoorlie, which had an operation in Malaysia, and there was a problem there in Malaysia, and now they brought it here. Linus are going to America, getting probably paid by the American government to do a plant over there. The critical minerals list, which the federal government have nominated, says we will help these companies that involve with critical minerals. We've seen recently in Kalgoorlie with RDO Resources, where I think they're giving 50, 100 million or whatever as a grant. We've seen one with the vanadium one recently, where the federal government are going to put money up to help critical minerals in Australia. So it's a different ball game. We've never heard of that before. I mean, the Morrison said there's $2 billion available for critical minerals. And I think it's going to increase. So we're going to find that things like the rare earths plant in Kalgoorlie, which Linus have got, that's a very unusual situation. They're doing a great job there, and it's going to be good for Kalgoorlie, good for the goldfields, good for the state government, good for the federal government.